I honestly think one of the main reasons why Anakin Skywalker or Darth Vader happens to be one of my favorite fictional characters is because of his parallels to Christianity or his parallels to the Christian journey. Let me explain. When you first see Anakin Skywalker in like episode 1, he was a slave. The same way that many Christians are a slave to sin before going to Christ, right? And, you know, as time progresses, over time he becomes a teenager. Remember, Anakin Skywalker and Ahsoka Tano were teenagers. Well, Ahsoka was like 13, so she was barely even a teenager. She was a kid. Like, that's the Clone Wars lasted 3 years. You know what I'm saying? Anakin was like 19 when the Clone Wars ended, I think, if I'm getting my timeline correct. And you see that with a lot of Christians, the same with Anakin Skywalker with a lot of Christians is that, and the Bible tells you not to worry about your life like that. That God will provide for you. That to not stress over things. That if you try to chase your life, you will lose it. But if you follow Christ, you will gain your life. It's all like that because you can see within Star Wars or like the Clone Wars and Anakin's whole journey is that Anakin wasn't fearless. He had fear, but it wasn't because he was in fear of his life being lost. He wasn't scared of being killed. He was scared of losing his friends. And that's a lot of things you may see with, like, it's kind of hard to explain, like, Christian militarism, or, like, Christianity in general, is that a lot of Christians, they will do anything to profess the name of Christ, to spread the word, no matter what. They'll go to the most dangerous areas of the world. They'll do anything to spread the word of God, right, which is amazing. But it's because it's not because these people are like fearless. Oh yeah, I'm brave and shit. Oh, sorry, excuse my language. I'm brave and stuff, and I can just go over there and I'll be okay. It's that they're afraid of the fact, or in a sense, afraid of the fact that these people that they're going to might go to hell when they die. That's why Christians go to these places. That's why Christians go to these, even like war zones or places that have been undiscovered by their side of the world, right? They go to these places and profess the name of Christ because they are afraid or worried or wary of the idea of the fact that if they don't spread the word of God, that if these people, these like non-believers will die, then they'll go to hell. Like a literal fight for their soul, you know what I'm saying? And and you see the same way with Anakin because throughout the entire of Palpatine's like control over him and other Sith not mind control but like manipulation, is that Anakin, no matter what, he would do anything to save his friends, right? He would go to the most dangerous scenario. He would disregard orders from like superiors just to save his friends, right? And people are like, oh my, again, like they think he's fearless, but he's not fearless. It's not that his life is what he's worried about. It's what he could lose is what he's worried about. Which is why Jedi's aren't allowed to have attachments, I guess, because since Anakin has so much like attachment issues that he didn't want anybody that he knew and loved to pass away or anything bad happen to him, it made him go crazy. It made him become very fearful, very angry. Because that's what anger is. Anger is just a heightened version of fear. Because if you're angry at somebody, that means they're probably a threat to you. If somebody hits you and you're angry at them, it's because you see them as a threat, and so you want to put down that threat. If somebody says something mean to you, right, and you feel angry because of that, you feel as if they're attacking you. They're attacking you as like a person. You know what I'm saying? Even if they're not physically attacking you, right? And what you see with these Christian parallels with Anakin, right, is that you see that. I'm trying to find the right words for it. Give me a minute. You see with Anakin, it is because he was so afraid of losing his friends. It was because he was so afraid of losing the people he cared about. It was because of all of that is why he became Darth Vader. By like, if you've seen some of my videos, they're low quality. This is kind of like a low quality video too, but hey, I am what I am. If you see like some points I may reiterate in my videos is that what you chase escapes. If you try to chase something, you only lose it. The same with this is like elite ball knowledge for Star Wars fans, I think, or maybe all Star Wars fans. Was the reason why the clones were created is because one day a Jedi had a vision that they're gonna need an army for some type of galactic war. But because of the fact that he started a whole clone training program, it only led to the genocide of the Jedi's. And I think one of the best like parallels to Christianity I saw within Star Wars was his Darth Vader arc. That it showed that with all the people he killed, with all the atrocities Darth Vader had done, he was never too far gone. And that's another thing that Christians tend to forget, that no matter how bad you do, no matter how far away you stray from Christ, you can always come back. You know what I'm saying? Luke saw that. Luke saw that in his father, that at the core of it, Anakin was always there. Anakin never died. He was just there waiting to be released. Which is why, you also see within, if I remember correctly, the Ahsoka show, the Ahsoka Tano show, I'm saying it wrong, the series, is that Anakin wasn't just a regular Force ghost. He wasn't a ghost of the Sith or a ghost of the Jedi. He was like, I don't know how to put it into words. Like he was literally a Force being. You know what I'm saying? Like his soul was always there, but it's because he believed that he was irredeemable or couldn't escape his situation. It only made him more evil. It only made him stay with Palpatine, because it went full circle. Anakin as a child started as a slave, and afterwards he became a slave to Palpatine. You know what I'm saying? Something Anakin always hated too is, I remember there's one episode in the Clone Wars where he just hates, like it was a slaver and he just hated him because Anakin was a slave. His mom was a slave, so he hates slavers and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And by always having that pain in his heart and trying to escape that feeling of being less than, I think, or like the idea of being a slave, it only made him become a slave again to just Palpatine and become Palpatine's dog. You know what I'm saying? But tell what you think in the comments below. If I missed anything, or if I didn't really, articulate myself correctly, just tell me. Follow all my links in my bio. I don't really post much on those things, but follow them. I might post in the future, and tell what you think in the comments below. And please, have an amazing rest of your day.